Why? Hello. Hey, mamas. My gorgeous, pretty mamas. The fashionable midwife is here. And today is story time with the fashionable midwife. I am taking Greek yogurt and granola. Come and join me. Hmm. I'm watching my weight. Since I came back from the UK, no be small weight I gather for that place. So I'm trying to watch my weight, watch my calories intake, and so many other things. How are you doing? Hope you guys are doing fine. Story times with the fashionable midwife. How do I look? Oh, I have so many bad stories. Just like I told you, I worked in Kebbi State, the northern part of Nigeria, West Africa. And during that time, I worked mostly in the remote areas and cases. Cases that you never expected to see, you will see it there because we have so many remote areas around that place. And the roads are bad, just like I used to say, especially during rainy season. Erosion has eaten so deep into their roads that sometimes they want to come to hospital, but they won't be able to come because there's no way they could come. And sometimes by the time they come back, things might have gone wrong. Things might have gone wrong so bad that by the time they come back, so many complications in one case. I remember when I was in that place, I've seen a case of stillbirth that the head was off. I don't know how they did with the cervical bones. You see flabby babies. I've seen macerated baby that had already rotted. So many things. I've seen a case of placenta accreta that bled to death. Before they got to the hospital, the patient was already in shock. So many um cases that you will think it can never happen. You will see it in the remote areas. I know that if some of you are midwife and that you've worked in a village before, you will know that what I'm saying is true. You would have seen so many cases that you never expected to see. So I want to talk about my best stories. The first one I'll talk, though I think I've talked about it, I've made a video about it, but I can't remember. Maybe I posted it on my YouTube, but I know that I made a video about this story. So this story, can you believe that Yoruba people call them Akiriboto? Can you believe that a lady was brought into my facility? I was the matron in charge of maternity section that time in Benin, Kebbi State, Danko Wasagu local government to be precise. So they brought this girl, a Fulani girl with her, very young girl and her husband. So normally when they come to the office, we take their history, check her, examine her, everything. Then I took her to the labor room. The husband said that she was in labor. So I took her to the labor room to go and check if she was actually having labor pains. She was having labor pains, but it was not intense. It was just starting. So I asked her some few questions. Then I wore my gloves to examine her. Normally, if you want to examine a client like that, you have to swab the vagina from up downward. We don't swab from down upward so that we will not infect her because the rectum, the anus, you can pack bacteria and put in her vagina. So you have to swab her from up down and once. So I wanted to do V. Even when I was I was wondering. It was just the vagina, or if it was not even up to this my nursery. I was wondering that. How did she get pregnant in the first place? I now called my colleague because normally when you are two or three working, you can always tell the other person to come and help you to confirm. So when I called her, my partner, her name Lami, that okay, me I know see vagina. She said, matron, what is you are my you are my superior officer. I said, just do it. She said, bangane komi baha ba hanya. We did not see the vaginal orifice truly, but I saw that tiny hole and now left her. I now called the husband to my office that this is what I discovered. And you know, Fulani people, they are very shy. I said, malam, ya haka yi. Ina son dubi matanka ban gane hanya ba hanya da zan sa nan duba ko kan yaro ya sauka. I told him in Hausa that I wanted to examine your wife to see how far she has gone in dilatation. I said, but I couldn't go in. Ina sai malama wallahi haka na abin na yake fa ni ma to ina jin kunya ba wanda zan giya ma. He said that he discovered that when after they got married, anytime they wanted to have sex, he could not penetrate her. But you know that they were doing it like that. We call it interfemoris. His penis will be in between her laps. And the guy released. And you know spermatozoa, they are very fast. So that tiny hole on her vagina was where the spermatozoa entered and fertilized her egg. Isn't God great? This our God is a mysterious, miracle working God. And this girl, she got pregnant. Hey, without a vaginal orifice. I said, what? You know, they are shy. Unlike this place that if you have a child, you can open your child and examine her. So many parents have discovered that the lesson teacher has been molesting their daughter. Maybe when the mother was bathing the daughter, she will see that this thing is not supposed to be like this. But there, they shy a lot. In fact, if a girl is your first child there, it was there I noticed that they call their first child baby. They won't be able to call her name. In fact, that time I'll be telling them that why won't I call my own child by her name? What is the meaning of that? And if it's a boy, they will call the boy bomb boy. So that was how we now saw that if we leave this girl to continue having this labor pain, she will rupture because it's not about hymen, no vagina orifice, just tiny hole like this. So I had to book her for cesarean section. CS was done, baby was alive, and mother was okay. So after the discharge, I told them that they should come back after 6 weeks. Normally, if a client delivered, we would tell them to come for postpartum check, that they should come. So when they came back during that 6 weeks, our doctor gave them a referral letter to Sokoto. I think Usmani Danfodio Teaching Hospital, one of the two specialist hospital, they were referred. So she had a vagina opening done through a surgery and she was okay. Because the mother later came to me and I told the mother that, look, you were lucky. I didn't mean that girl was having serious contraction at home and God did not put it in your own mind to bring her. She would have died because she will rupture, because she will be contracting, the cervix will be dilated, but no way that the baby could come out. So one lesson I learned from this is that as a mom, you need to know the parts of your baby girl. Examine your baby girl. Don't feel shy. Gone are the days that you don't want to talk about sex education with your girl child. Things have really gone bad. People are terrible, people are bad. You can imagine a girl without vagina. It's not that she does not have vagina, but it was just flat like the palm of my hand like this. It was just a tiny hole that the sperm swam in to go and fertilize her egg. But I didn't think the mother, maybe since she was young, she examined and she saw that this thing is not, even if she didn't understand, she could have as well bring her to the hospital and surgery would have been performed even before she got married. So as a mother, you need to know your baby girl's body very well. You need to check your baby girl from head to toe. And you need to tell her also that this part of your body is for you personally. I saw a video of one, she's a not that at all, but they live in Germany, where she made some video on Instagram telling her child good touch and bad touch. So when the girl gets to the breast, we say bad touch. When she got to her vagina, she say bad touch. The lady had already told she told her daughter this is bad and this is good touch. So as a mother, you need to check your baby. You need to explain so many things to your baby that if you notice anything in your body that is not supposed to be like that, please tell mommy so that mommy will do something about it. Let us not wait for when things have really gone bad before we talk. So many mothers, they cannot even discuss sex with their children. Why? Some of them will say, I have only boys, so I have no fear that he cannot get pregnant. But he can impregnate somebody. He can get HIV/AIDS. He can get STDs. So many things. So don't say because you have only boy, you will not talk to your children about sex. These children, they are wise. And with this digital age, we are in digital age. Some of these children, what they know about this phone, even we parents, we don't know. I remember when my daughter bought this phone for me, iPhone 13, she said that, ah, mommy, I know that you will not use her for fit. This thing, you can do so many things with it. But thank God, some of our friends, they even call me digital mommy. So I'm making use of it. But what I'm just trying to say is that you see some children, the way they will be touching this phone, they understand it even more than their parents. And everything, both good and bad, is on that phone. It depends on where they take it to. And that's why as a parent, you need to put child lock either on the TV, your smart TV, or on the phone, because these children are wise. These children are smart, and they are curious. They want to know so many things. So as a mother, you have to be very close to your girl child and your boy child. You have to tell your boy child that there will be a time that maybe when you sleep, you see that you had wet dreams. Tell mommy. Mommy will tell you that you are now getting mature. You are growing, and if you sleep with a girl, you can get her impregnated. Your school will stop, and you become a father that you are not ready to take up responsibilities. Before you can say you want to be a father, you have to finish your university, you have to get a job, you have to be earning monthly salary or business for you to take care of your wife and your child. So it's not something that you just dabble into. So also for a girl, if you don't listen to your mommy, or as a mother you don't tell her about sex education, you don't tell her so many things that she needs to know. If you don't teach her from home, there are evil people outside there that they molest children. We call them pedophiles. They want to sleep with young girls and they can get her impregnated. Her life will stop. She will not be able to go to school again. She will have to get matured suddenly, because when you get pregnant, me, I'm against abortion. Yes, if you don't want to get pregnant, please use family planning, use preventive method, because a lot of us will be deceiving ourselves that even married women, you don't want to do family planning and you are having sex every day, unprotected sex, definitely you will get pregnant. So please tell your daughter, tell them about sex. It's very important. I know that a lot of people will say, "Ah, what is she saying? That things have changed." There are still, you won't believe it, that there are still some mothers that can't discuss that. Some on religious basis, some on culture. But please, you need to do that. Like we, when we were growing up, if you even mention anything sex when my mama did, you go chop slap. African mothers, she will slap you that, what do you know about that? Who taught you? Where did you hear about it? You will think you have committed one sacrilege or one offense that is so big. But during our own time, it's not like that. Things are changing. We are very close to our daughters. We know when her first menstruation. We I remember vividly, I was one that bought her pad. She came for holiday and she saw her menses, and I told her that I think I was even telling my husband that you have to slaughter a chicken for her. That is how it should be. Your child should be free with you. Your child should be able to open up onto you and say, Mom, this is what I'm feeling in my body. Mom, is this all right? Mom, my breast is not growing the way it's supposed to grow. My mom, one breast is bigger than the other. As a mother, you know all these things. You'll be telling her. Because if you don't tell her, there are people outside that will tell her in a negative way. There are some men that their own vocation in this their own life is to sleep with young girls, small small girls. And e start by touching breast, or dey say my wife. Who does that? Which wife? No. And I like the way schools are these days, that you call your teacher Miss Rachel, Miss Shola, not aunty or uncle. So many things. In fact, there was a case I know that time. The girl was about 6. Her lesson teacher has been molesting her. When he come, he will ask her to sit on his leg, and he was fingering her. And he told her that don't tell mommy, don't tell dad. You know, a small girl now. She was scared. She didn't tell anybody until one day she was lying on the couch, and the father now saw, I think maybe she just pee. She has not worn her pants. And the father now saw the place widely open. The father now called his wife that, honey, come. Is this place supposed to be like? She said, oh my God, who did this to my baby? Before they called her and asked her, and she said it was her lesson teacher. Ó ti ba ayé ọmọ ọlọ́mọ jẹ́. He has done bad to that child. A child of 6 years old, fingering her. Why would you allow your child to sit on a man's lap? And he was fingering her and he disvirgin that girl at age 6. We've heard of stories of a girl of 10, a girl of 12, or is already sexually active. So as a mother, you have to be up and doing. You have to, not that you should be too controlling, but there are some certain things that your child must be free to discuss with you. Your child, even when she enter university, she has a boyfriend now. Tell her to bring him home. Invite him for lunch. Have some discussions with him. Things are really bad out there now. So many evil people. So many people with that are mentally deranged. Because if not that somebody is sick upstairs, how can you be fingering a girl of 6 years old? And you know, when they then they introduce a child to sex early, that child can become a sex addict. I heard of a story also of a girl that she started having sex when she was young, that at a point she will have to go out to beg even some laborers to have sex with her. She has become addicted to sex. Don't get me wrong, sex is good oh, but it's only meant for married people. When you have sex in marriage, that is how God has made it, for you to enjoy it. It's for our pleasure. Because if we say we love each other without sex, as the way God created us as female and male, we will not get anything out of it. We'll just be looking at each other. But sex is something that you should wait for until you are married. And if you decide to have sex before then, which I don't advise, please use protection, because of HIV, AIDS, because of sexually transmitted diseases, and so many other things. So as a mother, even the father, okay, the girl I told you that she was 6 then, it was the father that discovered. There are some irresponsible fathers. There are some father that doesn't care, that he may not notice, and the guy will still continue until he finish with that girl. They got him arrested and he was sent to prison. So there are a lot of people that are not normal out there. Make sure you at any point in time, maybe when your child closes from work, you are not at home and they are to be at home, tell them to always lock the door. Tell them, and you should get somebody, maybe a female, that can stay with them. And you should always tell them that when anybody knock on the door, they should check and be sure that it's somebody that they know very well. Because most of this abuse itself is people that are close to you that do it, either cousins, nephews, nieces, they do it. And even lesbianism can start from your bedroom if you are not careful. You say, it's my auntie's daughter and she will be doing bad thing to your child, you will not know. I heard of a story also of a man. This man, I even know, though he's late now, may he so rest in peace. He told me that that time they were living in Kano, and you know this kind of house that they have a lot of rooms there. So anytime he closes, the mom will be at her shop selling. He will have to come home, change his clothes before going to join his mom. So this auntie was a banker. She was around, and she called him, come, and behold, auntie was naked. I think she was honey, but how can you tell? I think he was in primary or secondary school, I cannot remember. And he asked her to remove asking to remove his trouser, and he was fumbling with his penis until the boy got erected, and he asked, and she lie down on her bed and asked the boy to sleep with her, and she disvirgin that boy and clean the boy up. They were doing it for a very long time until the boy started feeling so repulsive towards her. So one day when the guy came back from school and the aunty was calling him because of what she has been doing to him, so the guy was very disrespectful and was very rude. And the mother was now wondering that, when did you start all these bad manners? Is this what I taught you to behave to an elderly person? He couldn't say anything to the mom that this auntie has been harassing me. You can imagine. He said until when they moved from that house, and up till he died, he couldn't tell the mom. He now told me the funniest part of it, that that was why he liked having doggy with his wife, because that was what the auntie used to do. Aunty, if you want to have sex, you too go and look for a matured man. Go and look for whoever you want to look for. Don't destroy people's children, the people's children's life. It's very wrong, and you are wicked. And it's still happening up to today, even with all this enlightenment on social media, on radio, talking about these abuses. People, children are still getting abused up to tomorrow, because some parents are lackadaisical in taking care of their children. Okay, look at Lagos now. The father will go to work, the mother will go to work. When the children came back from school, they are at neighbor's mercy. So many things would have gone wrong. I used to tell people that it was the grace of God that helped we like this not to have messed up our lives. Yes, my parents were strict, but that kind of telling you about sex or telling you about not to sleep around, nobody told us. But it was just the grace of, and I know that what really helped us was about church, because that time my parents, they don't joke with church, the apostolic church. In fact, my dad made sure that me and my younger sister, we were in choir. We sing every Sunday. And up to today, that spiritual aspect has really helped me in working intimately with my God. So as a mom, please, as a dad, show your daughter, as the father should show the daughter that you love her, you care about her. You see a lot of ladies these days looking for love. If a man tell them that he loves them, before they know it, she's already on his bed, because she has never felt loved. Her father never showed her that he really care for her. Because if you have a baby girl and you take her out on lunch, you buy the little, I'm not saying you should go and commit crime because you have a child, but the little things you do for her matters. She will feel adored, she will feel loved, and that will also boost her confidence. A lot of girls that are sleeping around start from home. It started from home because nobody showed them they really care. In fact, when you hear so many stories about this abuse, you will hear some of them will say, my daddy does not care, nobody show me love, nobody love me. And the truth is, everybody wants to be loved, everybody wants to be happy. Yes, I'm in my late 50s and I've been widowed for the past 10 years. I desire to be loved. It's just because we are, widows, we are always scared of falling in love because so many bad people out there. But there's nothing wrong. The Bible has not condemned me not to remarry. And I know I will still find love. So it's good to show love to your children so that they will not show it to them negatively outside, that will not come and affect them. So this is my story for today. Till I come again, enjoy the rest of the day and have a wonderful night. Bye. Love you.